78 Sports TV here with a very special guest. I got the brother Nate Campbell on the phone, former 135-pound champion. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man. How you doing, man? What's going on?
Pretty good, man. Just wanted to get your take on a few issues here, man. All right, so I just learned that you lost your mother. Deepest condolences from the LDBC Lionsdale boxing community and myself to you, brother.
Oh, man, thank you so much, man. It is such as it is what we call life. And the one thing I do know is that we all have to travel that road at some point. So I'm glad that my family, we're so close and we're handling this thing like champs.
Okay, brother. Everything should work out good on that. Now, as far as the state of boxing, I wanted to get your take on some things that's going on. You saw Vasyl Lomachenko, the rise of Lomachenko. He's getting a lot of attention. Clearly, he's a skilled fighter. He's getting a lot of extra attention on HBO. They're really trying to push him. He fought Nicholas Waters. Nicholas Waters quit in the fight. How do you feel about that situation and fighters quitting in boxing? And how do you feel about Lomachenko overall as a fighter?
Here's the thing. Lomachenko's been fighting professional all his life. These guys, all these amateur fights, they're pros. They're pros when they come out the game. And we do know what happens when he gets into a fight with an old school fighter, one that does not care about his name and prestige. He's put in a position where he has to fight, and he didn't fare so well. But of course, they'll make that out to be what it is. You know how I feel about boxing. Boxing in America is the American, and I'm gonna say this, and I don't care who get mad about it. The American white man is dying off. So white Americans have always been willing to grab 10 others to make them what I call honorary white men.
Right.
And they did it with the Irish, they did it with the Italians, because those people were not considered to be white at one point. And they do it with Spanish people now. Anything other than black. Lomachenko right now is young. He's at the height of his youth. You tell me if you think he's going to be the same 5 years from now, 10 years from now.
Oh, absolutely not.
I mean, and most of the guys he's fighting are guys that are yet still learning to be professional fighters, because they've been babied and and brought along so comfortably. None of them have really had to go through any real push and pull, to really become champion. I'm looking at these guys fighting for world titles, and they haven't fought anybody. And then you get them in with a guy who was a better amateur in the beginning, and you say, "Oh man, well, he's a great fighter." Greatness is so overrated nowadays.
Right. Yeah. I absolutely agree with you. That's one of the things we talk about a lot online is the bias, and how especially HBO commentary is just so disgustingly biased.
Oh God. You don't even want me to go there. You don't want me to go there, do you?
Oh, yes, I do. Go ahead, brother. Talk that shit.
Let's talk about March 8th, 2008. I was fighting Juan Diaz, and I was kicking his ass. And in the middle of me kicking his ass, if you watch the fight, you don't need me to tell you this, go watch the fight. HBO was still making fight for Juan Diaz as if he was going to win the fight.
Right.
And the sad part about that is HBO used to be the number one boxing telecast on TV. But now it's not. And I don't blame anybody at HBO for that. HBO gave Golden Boy a content deal. And that content deal, at the end of that content deal, Golden Boy had drug HBO into the gutter. They built guys like Canelo Alvarez on garbage. They built all these guys with garbage opponents on HBO and paid them money when they should never have put the trash they were putting on TV.
Right. Yeah.
And for that reason, HBO is no longer number one. Showtime is number one.
Right, right. Yeah. What do you think of Gennady Golovkin? Do you think he's as good as everybody say he is? Or, I mean, I'm still waiting on him to
I
fight
don't
somebody.
think about it. I still don't. Let me explain something to you. Don't talk to me about Canelo Alvarez or Gennady Golovkin. Both guys were allowed to fight guys that they had no damn business fighting. There's no way in hell you can tell me all these people are trying to call Floyd up to come fight Gennady Golovkin, and they have no desire to see his ass go up and fight Andre Ward.
Right.
The saddest part about this is I love Andre Ward. I thought that the fight he fought was not the fight it took to beat a guy for his world title. That's my opinion.
Right, right.
But I want to tell you this. I respect Andre Ward more than I respect Gennady Golovkin. He has Gennady Golovkin or Canelo. Neither one of them should be in the pound for pound list. Neither one of them have fought. Neither one of them fought anybody of any merit to keep them in that position. And even after Ward won the fight a dangerous fight, they put somebody else above him as the pound for pound best fighter in the world. A guy that most of us had never heard of. Well, I heard of him, but most people.
Wow. Yeah, that's what they do. I mean, I'm still waiting on Golovkin.
But you know,
go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Not to cut you off, but you say that's what they do. That's what they do. They've always done that. But here's the sad part about it. It's like watching somebody be killed on film by the police. A black man be killed on film by the police, and all of a sudden, before they even go to trial, they've already begun to destroy the character of the man, the person that was killed by the police. That's what they're doing to black fighters in America.
Absolutely. Hey, brother, you dropping some heat. You dropping some serious heat right now. And most definitely. How do you feel about the current state of the what's going on in this country as far as unarmed black people getting killed, gunned down by the police? One cop just got off. He just got declared a mistrial. Shot a brother.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you my problem is with that. I'm not so much mad with the white people because I'm explaining to you. The white folk that are doing this and getting away with it, and black folk like, well, the system is broken. And I look them in the eye and say, are you out of your damn mind?
Right.
The system ain't broken. The system works the way it was designed to work. It's designed to. The system was always designed to oppress people of any other people other than white people. The saddest part about it is these black folk keep screaming, Jesus gonna work it out. But no offense, either Jesus is has broken his ties with the black community, he don't hear the black community, or he don't care. And that's the way I feel. When you keep telling me Jesus gonna work it out, but they still keep killing black folk. Right. So you gotta make your mind up and ask yourself this question. Here's the question I want black people that keep saying Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. If God, the God that you worship or the Jesus that you believe in, is the same God or Jesus of the white man, and you have the same God and the same Jesus, has he not chosen side? Woo! In his choosing of side, has he not chosen, oh my God, and you ain't the side he chose.
Oh my goodness gracious, you dropping fire right now. Oh my goodness. All right, well, you summed it up right there with that. I mean, it is what it is. It's no way around it. I also want to ask you about this as well. There has been a serious rise in cooning. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's come on. The coons have just gone out of their way, just coming out full force, no shame, talking about all lives matter and all this other stuff. Give us your thoughts on that.
Any black man that says all lives matter needs to see me face to face and tell me that to my face with no bodyguard. See me face to face and say that, and you know what I was getting at just then. Right. I don't give a damn how much money you have. If you don't get the concept that when black people say all lives matter, it's not the fact that we're saying that nobody else's life matter. It's a response that black people are making that says our lives matter too.
Right.
So yes, and Black Lives Matter Black Lives Matter is not a black movement. That's a movement that was brought forth by a white man and gay black women. That's what that movement is all about.
Mm-hmm.
That movement is about, and if it was black men that ran that movement, it would be dead already. See, so you really have to look at the placation, the black man. Black people have been placated so long that they don't stop to understand that they're being placated because it's a natural occurrence for black people. The NAACP, started by white people, is still around. But the Black Panther Party, started by black people, ain't around. The KKK, started by white people, still around.
Right.
Come on.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But anything that was ever started by black people is not around. Anything started by white people survives and lasts. Because, see, they can control what's started by them. They can't control what's started by you.
Right.
And when I hear these ignorant miscreants, is what I'm going to call them. Ignorant miscreants. Lil Wayne, Floyd Mayweather, that make these dumbass statements, it lets me know that you believe that your financial status makes you anything other than a nigga to them.
Right.
See, here's what black folk, what house niggas will make you believe. They'll consistently remind you that Master good to us. Why we ever want to leave this place?
Right.
When we go ever find something somewhere as good as this place? Oh, if Master's sick, you don't say, "Are you sick, Master?" You say, "We sick, Master."
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that's what these coons are doing. Then I'm not through yet because there's a bunch of coons that have been given a microphone shoved in their mouth, and instead of using that microphone to help the people, they suck on that microphone like a penis and make the white news media happy with the stuff that they do. Ergo Stephen A. Smith.
Right.
King Coon and his other friend Charles Barkley. And then you got Ray I'll cut your throat right. Ray I'll cut your throat do it. And let me say something to you. The worst thing that could ever happen to a black man is for him to make himself believe that he got off of something he know for crime he know he committed, and act like that when he got off that he's still one of us. So the only reason Ray Lewis didn't go to prison was because they had use for him. He had talent.
Right.
They kept him out of prison because he was guilty as sin. And everybody know he was guilty as sin. He was as guilty as R. Kelly.
Right.
He was as guilty as R. Kelly. But if he would killed a white man, do you think he'd make you out?
Hell no.
That's the question I want you to ask yourself. If Ray Lewis would have killed a white man, would he have got off?
Absolutely not.
And then these coons, and I call them what they are, and anytime they want to see me, I'm game for it. Anytime they want to see me, I'm game for it. Then these coons get on TV and they make bonehead ass plays like Stephen A. and Floyd made about a young man by the name of Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
When he worried about winning the starting position. No offense. I keep saying this to people and I want them to get this. There's a young man by the name of Muhammad Ali that gave up everything he had to uphold his people. And he is remembered as a god among men. He is the only world champion that you can truly say that you've ever seen in your life because the world loved him. But let's look at these other coons who are willing to sell out to make the white man feel good about killing them in the street, make the white man feel good about disenfranchising them in the banks, in the lending systems, and in the institutions, and the colleges, and the jobs. See, I want to get you to understand this. When I make this statement, it pissed a lot of black folk off, especially black women. See, black women want to emasculate the black man. A lot of black women like to emasculate the black man.
Right.
Because they feel like it gives them power if they got to emasculate the black man. But then when you tell them about that dude sitting there in the White House that ain't gave a fuck about them, and the whole time they've been in office,
right?
Maybe they're in office, they act like, what was he supposed to do? The same thing that Bush did. Bush did something for white people that looked like him. He gave tax breaks to the rich white folks. some black folk benefited from it. But it was mostly for white people. Because there's far more rich black people than with the rich white people than there's rich white people. More rich blacks than rich whites than there's rich blacks.
Mm-hmm.
So when my bad. So then when I say that, ask them what he did for us, they said, well, he just did that and the other. I said, let me tell you what it did for you. He overlooked you, ignored you, and shit on you every chance he got. He totally redefined what marriage was in America. That was his agenda. Then to go open up the trade lines with other countries again, get America in there where they can rob them countries behind again, like he did with Africa. Let's get this established. See, when they send a wolf to you in sheep's clothing, you got to be very careful because that wolf still got teeth.
That's right.
So when I make the statement about these things, a lot of black folk get angry and get upset because what they don't get is this. You've been had. You've been took. You've been run amok. You've been hoodwinked, in the more words of Mr. Malcolm X. And I'm so sick of these jokers putting pictures of this man up next to Martin Luther King and up against Malcolm X. And the truth of the matter is, even Martin Luther King, I was kicked off with him for a long time. So I did more reading and realized he woke up. And what got him killed was not that he had a dream, it was that he woke up.
Right, right.
See, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King were getting ready to go out to the United States government for a check, a very big check, called reparations, because they had the backing of the black community. And with the power that Malcolm X wielded with the black Muslims and other black people, Martin Luther King had other group of people that were Christian, and so on and so forth. And he told them to boycott something they would. That would have broke the United States. That would have broke the United States government and economy. That was the next move. DeSelva was a test run of how we can show America what would happen if we did a nationwide boycott. What would happen to this country?
Right.
But now you can't get black folk to boycott more than 24 minutes, more or less 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See, the problem is this. The reason the black community is in the situation it's in, since we're gonna talk about this, has nothing to do with crime in America. Has everything to do with there's no leadership in America. See, when you create a leadership vacuum, you know what I'm saying? By killing off the Fred Hampton, by killing off the Malcolm X's and the Malcolm X's and the Martin Luther Kings and all the other great leaders that were murdered, that were willing to stand up for something. What you left in a place where you kill off the Huey Newtons and you imprison the rest of them. What you do is you leave an absence there. You leave a group of people that are together but not organized. That's the worst thing you can ever have in any community. A group of people that are together but not organized.
Right.
See, there was organization under the Black Panthers, but when they died, what you got was street gangs. Because what you had then was you had black young men, a lot of black young men that didn't know what to do with that energy. So then you have black men that are together but not organized. See, there's one thing to be organized, another thing to be together. See, black people are together in a lot of cases. We just ain't organized.
Right.
So that's why you see these black mothers like that. The policeman got off, and the lady still talking about Jesus is this and Jesus is that. Well, you can say what you want, Miss Lady. If you waiting for them police to get tried in the hereafter, you will be waiting a long time. And if they do get tried in the hereafter, you won't know about it because you'll be dead too.
That's right. Your hereafter got to be here and now.
Right. The problem is we the only ones that's waiting on Jesus to show up. Because they ain't waiting on Jesus to show up. They're killing you now.
That's right.
They're killing you now. I got a question for you. How about the white boy that killed the 9 people? And he killed the 9 people, telling he wanted to defend himself, and then when it's all over, said and done, he gonna get 15 to 20 trials before he do one day in prison.
Yeah, it's disgusting, just disgusting, man. And they doing it wholesale right now. And what kills me is you still got black people who don't realize what's going on, don't want to wake up. They still think that by cooning and buck dancing that somehow they're gonna be spared and the white man gonna show them mercy in some kind of way. I don't understand it.
Let me tell you something. When it all pop off, they gonna cut Floyd Mayweather's daughter's throat, Lil Wayne's daughter's folk, because at the end of the day, they are still black folk. They don't care nothing about us. And when you go, if you don't get this, the white race, the white group that don't like us, because it ain't everybody, but the ones that are in power, will always make the dummies that are out of power, make them believe that if they can get rid of us, their life is going to be better. That's what they taught them. If you get rid of them, the black folk, and just see, and then you got these other groups of people that just don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. And when you tell them these things, you have to have that Jack Nicholas moment. You can't handle the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't handle the truth. How you gonna stand here and tell me that stuff is better for black people in America? You telling me that things are better for black people in America? And I ask you how, and you tell me you're free, and I say free to do what? You can't tell me what you're free to do, but I'm gonna give you one. Do you know that they always had slaves? They will make you believe that slaves couldn't leave the plantation. Yes, they could. Slaves can leave the plantation and go from plantation between plantation and plantation if they were given a letter saying they could go.
Yeah.
If they were allowed to go.
Right.
And that's what they did by emancipating black folk. They gave you a letter to go. They allowed you to drive from one side of the country to the other because they control everything else.
Yeah. And even to this day, you still got to have your traveling pass. Still got to have it. You know?
Yeah, they call it driver's license.
Right.
And by law, you don't need a driver's license if you're not operating a commercial vehicle on a federally funded road. You should be able to drive without a license.
Well, Brother Nate, man, I want to thank you, man, so much for your time, man. I'm definitely going to get this out there quickly, as soon as possible. And if it's okay with you, I definitely would like to call you again. And, yeah, for sure, man.
But here's the thing. I want to give you something. You know, I have my own show we starting in January. I have a date for you guys on my Facebook page coming up soon. The name of the show is called Experiencing the Galaxy. I'm gonna be talking about boxing. I would love for you to come on there, Jess. I would love for your group to come and be a part of it. It's called Experiencing the Galaxy. It's gonna be on Ustream. You're gonna be able to see me talk. You're gonna be able to hear me talk. I'll take callers, and I'm sure I'm gonna get somebody to come on and want to educate me. You know, I can be educated, but the beauty of it all is I want us to know that there's a voice. There's an athlete, someone who's been in certain place that is 100% about us and trying to make us better as a people.
Absolutely, and I'm down with that, and congratulations on that too, because it's definitely needed out here. Definitely needed out here, man.
I'm gonna be calling out these. I'm gonna be calling out Stephen A. Smith. I'm gonna be calling out Ray Lewis. Be calling out Charles Barkley. I'll be calling out these Donna Lemons. We're gonna be calling them out.
No doubt about it.
Call them out.
That's what's up.
And I'm be calling them out, and I want to make it known. You don't get a pass from me. I would love to give a shout out to the Lions Den boxing community. Love you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the conversation we've had today. And you can hit me up at natcam at natcam72@gmail. That's my email. You hit me up on my 2 Facebook pages, Nate Campbell and Nat Turner Campbell. And also I'm on Twitter I think it's T-Galaxy Warrior at Twitter, and I'm on Instagram at D-Galaxy Warrior. So y'all hit me up anytime.
No doubt about it. I'll put a link to your social media underneath the video in the description box. Make sure y'all go check out Nate Campbell. Thank you for your time once again, brother. Peace.
Thank y'all so much. Peace.